What do you need to purchase a property? That's the topic for today's episode. And without further ado, let's dive in. Hello everyone, and welcome back to another episode. For those who are tuning in for the first time, this is your channel for real estate education. So the purpose of today's episode is to actually educate those who haven't bought their property so that you can gather the necessary documentation. I realized that over time, I've been just jumping right into the different techniques and different strategies that you can apply in real estate investing, but I just simply, forgot that there are others out there who haven't bought their first property and they're just simply looking to gather the necessary documentation so that way you can improve your chances of getting approved for a mortgage. So without further ado, let's just dive into the board. I want to focus today's episode on one thing, right? And that's getting the pre-approval letter. Why is this important, you might wonder, a pre-approval letter? Well, over time, realtors have also learned to improve ways to identify the real true buyers who are truly interested in buying a property versus those who are just simply walking around and try to see, oh, okay, maybe I want to buy a property, maybe not. So lately, I've noticed that realtors, in order for them to willingly work for you, they just typically request, do you have a pre-approval letter? A pre-approval letter is just simply a letter that is issued by the bank that certifies that yes, you have been approved by the bank and that you are just simply ready to go and buy a property, and the bank is willing to go ahead and just simply finance your deal or your purchase. So in order for you to get one of these done, it's like basically applying for a mortgage from scratch, right? You have to gather your paperwork and just present it at the bank and let them evaluate you and decide whether you are credit worthy of getting a mortgage or not. So among that list, it's number one, copies of your tax return, right? And that's typically the past 2 years, right? And then the next item on the list that you need to gather are either 6 or 12 months worth of bank statements, right? And that will depend solely on the bank. Some banks are okay with you providing just 6 months, and some banks require you to bring 12. My recommendation is that you always gather all the paperwork together. It not only shows that you are ready, it also shows that you are efficient. And at the same time, you're making the best use of your time and also the best use of the mortgage broker or the bank's time. Remember, real estate, it's a relationship-based business. So it is very important that you make it a win-win for everybody. It's not just you getting access to the money, but it's also about you making other people's lives easier and pleasant to work with, right? So you got 1, 2, and then 3, you're gonna get the last 2 pay stubs, right? Because they still need to verify that you're still employed, right? And then this last one is actually the most important out of all of them, and that's a copy of your FICO score. Not Credit Karma, because Credit Karma, it's based on a Vantage score. It is your FICO score. Most lenders still use FICO score to decide your credit worthiness or not. Now, you might be wondering, why do I have to bring a copy myself? Can't they just pull it up? Yes, they can. And exactly that is the issue. Imagine, right, that you are shopping around for interest rates, right? You're not just simply gonna walk into the first bank, I hope, and then just request a mortgage. You wanna shop around for different rates to see what's the one that is the most convenient for you. So imagine that you visit 5 banks in one day. So for every bank that you visit, they're gonna pull your credit. So that means your credit is gonna get pulled 5 times in a matter of just one day. And I'm sure that's not something that you will want to happen in your credit profile. So the most efficient way to get this done is by you bringing a copy of your own FICO score in order to just shop around for rates, right? You're not asking them to give you a pre-approval letter right from the get-go. You're presenting them with your paperwork, and you just simply wanna ask them, okay, what's the rate that you're willing to give me? So that's with one bank, and then you said thank you very much, and then you move on to the next bank. And then when you move on to the next bank, you go ahead and you present all those documents and you ask them the same question, right? Okay, so what is the rate that you're giving me? And then once you're done shopping around, call it 5 banks, 6, 7, or maybe even 10 banks, I don't know, you do the math as to how many banks you want to visit. But then once you have decided, okay, this is the one and this is the winning bank that I want to work with, then you're going to go back to them once again with the same pile of paperwork, and then you're going to give them the permission to pull your credit, because in order for them to give you a pre-approved letter, they have to pull your credit, because they have to verify that from their own source that you're in fact credit worthiness, right? Then once you get that, you can go out and talk to your realtor and say, hey, I have a pre-approval letter now. Can I start looking at some houses and buy either your dream home, either your next property for real estate investing? So that way you are being efficient, right? To your realtor, you are efficient to the bank, and at the same time, you're being kind to your own credit. Now, if you're probably be wondering, okay, how do I get access to my FICO score without using Credit Karma? And that's very simple. And the way we're going to go about this is two ways, right? You can either leverage those letters that you receive from the bank when you are recently approved a credit card. Ideally, you want the most recent FICO score, meaning within the last month or so. But even if you don't have a copy of the last month or so, 6 months is still reasonable. Just don't bring to the bank a letter stating your FICO score that is 2 years old. They're not gonna like that, right? And if that's not enough, because maybe you haven't applied for a credit card in a long time and you still wanna get access to that FICO score, what we're gonna do is just to simply jump into my computer so I can show you how to get a copy. But before we do that, and if you're enjoying the content of this video, make sure you hit like right here down at the bottom so you can help the channel rank and make this information accessible and available for other people that are in the same situation as you are. So let's just jump into my computer right now. And here we are inside of my screen. So I have this page pulled up. It's Experian.com. You can definitely come into this website and then just create an account for yourself. You can just quickly click on sign in. And then if you don't have an account, you can sign up for free right into this website. And what they will do is that they will just simply give you the FICO score for Experian. As you know, there are 3 different credit bureaus out there. Experian is one of them. TransUnion is another one, and Equifax is another one. In order for you to get access to all 3 FICO score, what they will do is that they were going to charge you a fee for them to be able to provide a report with all 3 credit score, but that's not necessary. All you need to do, all you want to do, is to be able to provide just 1 score while you're shopping around for interest rates, and that should be more than enough. And then once again, once you decide who exactly or what bank exactly you want to use for your new purchase, then you just simply give them your permission to pull your credit as well. So just fairly simple. You just come in here, you sign up for an account for free, and then you just tell them about yourself. And once again, what they do, let me just zoom in a little bit more. What they do is that they will give you a free credit report, and then your report gets refreshed every 30 days, which simply means that you will get the latest score within the last 30 days, which is ideal for the lenders to see. And then you're also going to get access to credit monitoring, and that will also give you surveillance in terms of your presence in the dark web for you to actually just, be on the lookout and see what's going on. And as you can see, it is fairly simple. All you have to do to sign up is just to create an account with your name, your current address, and then your password, and then that's it. Voila. You will get access to everything that's related to your credit. You will get access to your Experian credit score, and then you print out a copy of that and you just take it to the lender so you can shop for rates in a way that is beneficial for you, and you don't have to worry about credit being pulled all the time. And that's it. That's all I have inside of the screen. And don't forget to hit the like button if you haven't done so already, and I will see you back outside. And that's it. That's all I have prepared for you guys today. Hopefully you enjoyed the video. And while I still have you here, I picked an episode right here for you, and make sure you check it out, because whatever you're learning here is going to help you complement the information that you're learning back here. So that's it. That's all I have. Don't forget to subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time. Take care. Bye-bye.